Hey, thanks for stopping by. Today I want to talk about one of the most overlooked things when it comes to gut wellness and supporting wellness through nutrient-dense food, and that is how in the world a person even gets started. So a lot of times people come to realizing that they need better gut wellness, or they want to support their wellness journey and that they want to use nutrient-dense food as a big part of that. But what happens is something that I see all the time, usually one of two ways. Either somebody wants to be very extreme and gung-ho and jump in and go for it, or they kind of freeze. They're so overwhelmed that they don't know where to begin or what step to even take first. So I actually have seen this quite a few times, and I have some really important tips for you to navigate both of those types of situations. Let's first talk about the one where you want to be super extreme and just jump in and do everything 110%. So, first thing to know is that the enthusiasm is great. The other thing to keep in mind is your body probably isn't ready for that enthusiastic level of the different foods. So something that's really, really surprising when we come to something like a gut wellness protocol that uses nutrient-dense food, like the GAPS nutritional protocol, or something that is along those lines, a version of it. These foods are so powerful. These are foods like meat stock, animal fats, probiotic foods like kefir, homemade yogurt, sauerkraut, brine, vegetable medley, beet kvass. There are things like the egg yolks. There can be more. Those are some really common ones though. And we don't realize how powerful these things are until we start having them very regularly, and a big mistake is having them in too high of amounts, more than the body can easily handle at this point in time. So let's also talk about scenario number 2, where you're frozen. You're so overwhelmed, it all seems like way too much change, and you just don't know where to begin. You can't even take the first step forward. That's very common as well. I see that all the time. Thankfully, I have some tips for you also. So first thing that I want you to realize is you don't have to be perfect. Nobody does this perfectly, especially in the beginning. So just making one change today and trying to do that change maybe every day, maybe most of the days this week, and not worrying about anything else is going to take you so far. You don't have to worry about anything else right now. You don't have to start the entire protocol right now. You don't have to do 5 things or even 3 things at once. If you just focus on one new change a week, that'll be amazing. So for example, this could look like starting to learn how to make meat stock. Don't even worry about what you're going to eat it with, or how often you're going to eat it, or how much, or anything. Just make a meat stock recipe. Make some meat stock. Great. Next, you're going to see it. It's going to smell really good, and you can start drinking some. You can have some in a mug. You can eat it as soup in a bowl. You can use it in another recipe, like the liquid for maybe the next time that you make rice, something like that. Just look for little easy opportunities to start trying some. And you can start trying to do that most days. It doesn't even have to be every single day. Great. That is such a powerful foundation and an amazing first step. And it keeps you from getting overwhelmed about trying to do too many things at once. So those are my tips, my number one, just very first tips for people starting in either one of those transitions. I help people in those exact situations every single day. There are next steps beyond that I love to work with people with to find the next best step for them. It's one of my specialties that I really love doing. And that can look like different things depending on who you are. But I actually created a program. It's a mini starter program that helps you through very, very gentle 3-month journey of starting however you eat now. Doesn't matter how you're eating now, what you are eating, what you're not eating. You want to go into a gut wellness protocol, a proven ancestral nutrient dense gut wellness protocol that uses food, but you need a very gentle transition. You need this because if you try to do too much too soon, you get terrible die-off. And you can't just jump cold turkey into the protocol 100%. Or you're frozen with overwhelm and fatigue of trying to figure out how you even do this practically. This is what my mini transitional program does. So it breaks it down into very, very doable, easy steps. It has meal plans, it has shopping lists. I have a guidebook that walks you through everything that you need to know for that very important transition to gently start you into this way of eating. You start with one new thing at a time. It very gently and gradually builds upon itself until at the end of this 3-month gentle transitional program, you are eating a gut wellness protocol. So I've had people use this. They've told me how helpful it's been. So I'm going to put the link down in the description if you would like to check it out. But if you are in one of those situations where you can't just jump into a protocol because the die-off and the detox is too much, it's too much of a change for your body, or you just practically, it's way too much, then this very gentle transition is for you, and I have it all mapped out. I've helped so many people with this, so I know exactly what you need to start with and how to build on it, and I made this just for you. So if you have questions, reach out to me, and I'm happy to talk about your specific situation and anything that you like. But I hope that you found these tips helpful, and I wish you the best in your real food wellness journey.